That sounds like fun.
Hey, welcome back to the MRDA 2019 Championships. I'm Chloe from Cupcake, and I am joined by
Beautiful Monster.
And we also have Bobby Narco here with us for our producer. We are happy to bring you game number 2, which will field Golden State Heat and the Kamiquadz. We have skating for Golden Heat. They will be in a dark blue jersey with like sort of a maroon yellow accent. We have at the number 7 seed 063 Bumper Car, 11 Benjamin, number 1172 Vic, number 33 Scotty Trippin, number 36 Davy Rocket, number 5 Wyatt, 55 is Creepy Taco, number 58 is Studley Do-Right, number 6 is Worthy, number 714 Plumber, number 74 Beatum Malark, number 747 Billy Motion, 89 is Speed Brayu, number 9 is Kamiquadz, number 93 Waterboy, number 99 Big Spoon, and we have on the bench depth nice one Hurt Mackin and B Rad.
Awesome. All right. And forgive me if I get any of this pronunciation off. I'm going to try. I don't speak French, so I'm going to try. So Derby, Club de l'Écrou, Montpellier, also known as the Kamiquadz. Number 01 is Hokudo no Kim. Number 087 is Sangde Oku. Number 1234, Bad Periods. Number 13, Big Daddy. 1664 is Green Virgin. 3 is Sharon. 4 is Bulbul or Pula. 42 is Delicamus. And 5452 is Maniac Tattoo. Number 6, Oliver Fist. 77, Buckla Baston. Number 91, Eddie Copter. And our coaches are Mandy Bulls and Jesse Roquet.
Our officials of this game is Kelsey Grammer, Uberlicious, Galvatron, Kim Probable, Miss Fury, Margie Ram, Talia Up, McNinja, Ninja Sassum, Carmen Dragon, Valerito, Does It Matter, PK Biddy, Kylo Ref, and Leah Davidson, and Andy Oakley.
All right, so the winner of this game goes on to play again tonight at 7 p.m. up against Magic City.
Oh, that'll be a fun one.
Yes, absolutely. The not winner of this one will play tomorrow at 11 a.m. up against Austin Anarchy.
Yeah, if you missed it, Austin versus Denver,
wow.
What a game to start this championships. It was fierce and very physical, but what else would you expect to start the championships?
And again, it came down to the last few jams again, just like last time.
So again, once if you're joining us, Golden State Heat in the darker colored jerseys, like a dark maroon and navy, and the Kamiquadz in a nice red.
We got 5 seconds to start. Well, not. All right, we should be starting soon now.
Yes. If you're joining us on the Twitters, use hashtag MRDA Champs. We'll do our best to check those periodically and get you updates as they become available. One huge important thing that Golden State Heat will be doing is that they are wearing a pink wristband to support one of the wives of their teammates having cancer. So that's what the hot pink wristbands are representing here.
And into the first jam, we almost had lead for the Kamiquadz. The Sangleaku got a track cut and is in the penalty box.
Yeah, and penalty heavy right off the bat, Beautiful.
Oh, there goes another blocker for the Kamiquadz.
Yeah.
So that's going to give Kamiquadz a big opportunity here to pick up lead. And there it goes, lead for Golden State Heat.
Right now the pack is sitting in turn number 2. The Kamiquadz taking that front wall. It doesn't seem like very much action is happening as far as maneuvering on this track. A very slow pack. And right now, Kamiquadz is on a scoring run.
Penalties in French.
Luckily for us, we have penalties in French if Bobby from Barbie Narco. So we'll attempt this. I don't know if anybody would like us to do this. Coupe de la Piste is a cut track.
Oh. So Sangleaku gets through the pack with a star stash, looks like. And the jam is called off. That is 5 points for the Heat. Kamiquadz just putting some heat on the Heat, making them call off that jam.
Benjamin be jamming at that jam line right now. Very excited with Worthy. The heat is heating up, as you said earlier.
I know, some chest bumps there, and bumper car.
it's looking good so far. The Heat starting off strong, putting up the first 5 points. We are in jam number 2. Worthy taking on Buck Le Baston of Kamiquadz, and very quickly right off the bat, Worthy and Buck right side by side. Worthy taking, Buck actually takes that lead.
Yeah. So that forces a call off, so we're just going to reset and try that again.
First donuts of the game. And we do want to thank plenty of sponsors as we go along, and definitely want to give a huge shout out to what you're seeing here is the 5-on-5 Media broadcast. 5-on-5 Media is dedicated to Flat Track Derby, and they are amazing. They're going to be here all weekend long, so make sure you give them lots of cheer on the Twitter feeds. All
right, jamming for the Kamiquadz is Shavin, and Worthy out there again for the Heat. Worthy getting recycled to the back. Sharon almost to the front, but no, it's Worthy that comes through, picks up lead.
That was a very quick call. Worthy now making his way around the track. The pack starting to pick up a little speed as it enters turn number 4. Nice check there, though, by Plummer, draining Sharon out into the outfield.
All right, and we're calling the jam after picking up 4 points for the Heat. We are 9-0 at the moment.
Yeah, very quick call-offs here. Tight pack, very speedy as far as making decisions on either side.
Oh, yeah, very smart call-offs going on. Mm-hmm. All right, Benjamin is up there for the Heat, and we have Sangle Aku out there for Kamiquadz.
Both teams at full strength as we enter jam number 4. Kamiquadz taking that back wall on the jam line. Golden State Heat really, colluding towards that middle track, like dominating that whole field there.
Big old traffic jam.
Peck starts to move into turn 1, and prevailing is Benjamin of the Heat.
Kamiquadz losing a blocker to the penalty box.
Joined by Vic from the Heat. So it'll be 4-on-4.
All right. 4 points for the Heat. Benjamin has been jamming good.
It was a nice pirouette, calling it quick like we were saying earlier, showcasing very quick call-offs like we were saying. Seems like that is the contention. Both these teams haven't played each other, which makes sense. If you're new to the Golden State Heat, they were formerly Drive-By. So that's a new name for them. They were here they were at the April Angst in the Big O earlier this year. And then you might have seen the Kamiquadz at the French Championships and MRDA MEQ.
Out there jamming for the Kamiquadz is Buck Le Baston, and for the Heat is Worthy.
Worthy taking already the 60% of all the jams. I mean, it's only jam 5, but still kind of a high stat there. A high block is called there on
Manic Tattoo.
Yeah.
It was a big hit.
Yeah. The pack hasn't moved into the turn 1 yet, so it's still occupying all of that straightaway. Starting to see a little bit of daylight is Worthy from the Heat. Worthy does pick up lead jammer status.
Still shaking off that high block there.
Oh, we are going to get a track cut here on number 77, Baston, and this would be a power jam situation in favor of the Heat. It was a nice recall requested there by 114 that was on the Heat. Or is it 714? I'm sorry. Yeah, 714 Plummer. Yeah, so he was recalling that cut track. Ref saw it very clearly. Track cut, and now we have a power start.
Heat off to a very hot start here.
Yeah, and the Heat is seeded number 7. We said that earlier, and Kamiquadz coming in at seed number 10. But never rely on all the seedings. You never know. Some people might just blow it up. Many brackets have been broken before.
Oh yes, lots of upsets. All right, out there for the Heat is Kamiquadz, and he is about to pick up lead. Yes, okay, yes, he does pick up lead with a little one-handed bounce off the floor there. Kamiquadz losing another blocker, number 13. That is Big Daddy's in the box.
Well, this will be very interesting to see. I mean, we are in Denver, so there will be a little bit of elevation change for all the teams here and how they fare. Yeah, except Denver.
Yeah, they're used to it.
they have the up on that.
Yeah.
4 points on the board by Kamiquadz for Heat.
And with a 180 jump out of the pack, picking up 4 more for the Heat.
Montpellier trying to take that front wall consistently. However, the Heat really showcasing a lot of damage offensively. The Heat maintaining a lead here, 25-0, with 22 minutes remaining. It's an 8-point jam, the highest so far there. Beautiful.
Let's see. All right, now lining up for the Kamiquadz is Sharon. And I can't see the Heat jammer. That's been jamming. He's been jamming. And he's been jamming into the lead yet again. That's a lead for Heat. Sharon getting pushed to the outside and recycled back along with Big Spoon.
And the Heat now 2 for 2 for Benjamin as the lead jammer. I think they're finding something that works for them there.
Sharon with a star pass over to number 01. That's Hokuro no Ken.
I'm very glad that you are doing so well at this. I envy
I only practiced for an hour. Just one.
Montpellier has been a fantastic bench. Worked very hard with us to try to learn the pronunciations, and we're doing our best here. But what a fantastic league! They did sweep in MEC, so they did such a great job, a great showcase there, and
they're looking to bring that power here too. All right,
you get them pumped up right there on the jam line.
Clapping hands, slapping thighs. Sangle taking a big hit from Scotty tripping to the inside and recycled back. Almost picked up lead there on the inside, though.
Yeah, Creepy Taco trying to take care of that back wall. But it looks like we might have a lead here from the Kamiquadz, and we do. It was declared. And Oku takes that lead 4.
And unfortunately, we have 2 Kamiquadz blockers headed to the box. I know one of them was a multiplayer. I didn't see the ref call for the... Big Daddy's headed to the box, too, for the Kamiquadz. He gets sent back to the track.
A lot of penalty trouble here now for the Kamiquadz.
Worthy coming through, picking up 4 points. Also another 4 for Sangle Oku.
And Montpellier is on the board. 4 points. Very good job here. A lot of
it seems like they had to sacrifice a few blockers to get some points.
Hey, you got to do his work. You got to figure it out. This is their first game here playing at the championships. It might just be one of those second half changes.
Oh, yeah.
So we will see. We're going to get a
directional on
illegal position. Excuse me there.
And I think that's Whoa Water Boy headed to the box there. Sorry, I love that movie, so I have a hard time saying Water Boy without Whoa Water Boy.
As long as, H2O is better and he's properly hydrated for this game.
Yes, H2O is superior to Gatorade.
Well, interesting enough, Oku comes in and taps the hips, trying to shut out the Heat, but very sneakily, 1 more point is picked up on that pass. A 5-4 jam in favor of the Heat, but Kamiquadz are on the board now, Brimble.
Yes. Took some blood, but they got some points up there.
Very nice. Very nice. I do want to give a shout out to Left Turn Clothing, athletic apparel for bodies, not genders. And if you want to know more about Left Turn Clothing, visit them at lefttturnclothing.com.
Jamming out for the Kamiquadz is Bakla Baston, and for the Heat is Kamiquadz.
Ooh, Kamiquadz getting hit very hard there by number 54-52, Manic Tattoo.
Recycled back by Oliver Fist. We're losing Manic Tattoo to the box, I guess, for that hit.
There's a forearm.
Oh, forearm.
Mm-hmm. So a pack advantage now for the Heat. Pack is sitting in turn number 1. The Heat now taking that front wall. A nice tripod at that back wall from the Kamiquadz.
That's how you know you have very effective blockers, is when the pack doesn't move.
Wow, there is a track cut situation now on the Kamiquadz. Buck Le Baston will take a seat in the penalty box, giving some more room for the Heat to capitalize. Kamiquadz on a 3-for-3 jam earning streak. Pack is steadily hanging out in the second straightaway. Kamiquadz is going to call out that jam there, beautiful, and it looks like we are going to have double zeros on that last pass, although we do have one of the jam refs conferring. Shh, everybody quiet.
The anticipation is building. All right, we're going to give a shout out. Oh, wait. No, we're about to start. Everybody's lining up at the pivot line. And with a quick callback, Worthy out there jamming for the Heat. While we have...
It's a power start.
Buck is in the box.
Worthy is worthy of that lead jammer position.
Buck coming in. Still will need to make their initial pass.
Yeah, he is hitting up a big wall there. Benjamin pivoting. So dual wielding the jammer position roll and the pivot roll for the Heat. Interesting turn of events here. It looks like we had a little bit of jammer versus jammer defensively. Worthy taking out Buck all the way behind turn number 4, but Buck flying in the infield of the track.
Buck taking a stab at Worthy on his way through on the outside. It doesn't stop him. He gets through, picks up 4 more for the Heat.
Well, very nice. Both teams are at full strength now. They're beautiful. Lots of defensive work happening in turn number 2. We do have a star pass situation.
For the Kamiquadz, yes?
Yes.
All right, we're losing another Kamiquadz blocker, number 77. That's Buck Le Baston. He's just handed off the star, I believe, and then got a penalty. I don't see he's sitting in the blocker seat, so he must have successfully passed that star.
All right, I'll score now 46-4 in favor of the Heat.
We have a timeout called by the Kamiquadz. I'm going to take a minute and think some things through. Just a shout out to Strong Athletic. Strong Athletic is a Derby-owned and run business started by Smarty Pants in 2014 as a way to amplify the voices of skaters in roller derby. Ever wonder who makes the Strong Athletic skater shirts? It's Strong Athletic. We have shirts, hats for skaters, announcers, officials, coaches, and photographers. Find us online at strongathletic.com.
I picked up my first crop top shirt. I got the Strong Athletic and Fat. I love it. I'm part of the Chug Club now. It's fantastic. I'm really excited about it.
I bought one of the Strong Athletic announcer shirts at RollerCon this year.
Did you?
And I bought one for Loose Change, who's here today also.
Yes. Yeah, make sure you're following us on Twitter. We have MRDA Live. We also have MRDA News. And then on the Instagram, we have the MRDA, or it's MRDA_live. You'll find a lot of nice behind-the-scenes situations there. We have a 3-jammer rotation for each team. So far, they're beautiful. And it is interesting.
On the Kamiquadz, it's the Sangle Oku, Sharon, and Buck Le Baston.
And then on the Heat, it's Benjamin, Worthy, and Kamiquadz. But we have...
Well, now we're ruined because now they've got
it's
Beat 'em a Lark out there.
Yeah, it's an announcer curse.
Yeah, as soon as we decide something, it's going to be not true anymore. All right, so Beat 'em a Lark out there jamming for the Heat, and that's Sharon out there for the Kamiquadz.
We're going to multiplayer block here on one of the Heat players.
Studley Do-Right headed to the box. Sharon trying to get on this back wall. Gets pushed out by Waterboy and recycled back.
Now, Kamiquadz have to take advantage of any moment that they have with a pack advantage. Luckily, we are having number 77, Baston, coming back in.
So now they have the... Well, they had it.
They almost had it.
Now, Maniac Tattoo is headed to the penalty box.
Yes. So 4v4. Still no lead declared. Almost 40 seconds off the game clock. And just as I say it, Sharon actually takes that lead jammer position for Kamiquadz. He is going to do some defensive work here against Beat 'em a Lark.
And then he decides to call it off. He's like,
Not today.
it's too close, too risky.
Smart play there by the Kamiquadz. Double zeros. Keeps our score differential short.
That's the third time of this game that we've had double zeros. That just goes to show you we have some very smart moves being made by the jammers.
Yes.
All right, out there for the Heat is Worthy, and Sangle Oku out there for the Kamiquadz.
Nice work by Worthy taking that lane 4. Lots of room there.
Benjamin and Bumper Car making Sangle's job really hard with another push to the outside.
Hokunukim also did a great job forcing that recycle of Worthy. So, again, another situation where it's a very long call before we have a lead jammer.
Maniac Tattoo out there giving the hits to Worthy.
Wow, this defense is on fire right now. Pack barely moving out of turn number 1.
Maniac hopping to the front of the pack to catch up with Worthy. He does sneak through on the inside and pick up lead for the Heat.
Nearly 40-something seconds off that clock to take that lead jammer position. Golden State Heat is going to lose Bumper Car to the penalty box, so a pack advantage for the Kamiquadz.
There is a track cut being called on the Kamiquadz jammer. Yes. I heard some protesting from the bench, so I thought maybe. All right, Worthy coming through, picking up 4 points for the Heat.
Nice showcasing work here by Big Daddy and number 1230 for Bad Periods doing a wonderful job just slowing down Worthy. But Worthy is a powerhouse here. One to watch is what we've been told for the Golden State Heat.
Yeah, I did hear that Worthy recently aged up into MRDA from the junior roller derby.
Just makes you think, what have I done with my life?
Well, you know, for years I've said once these junior kids are old enough to be in the older leagues, it's going to be a whole new game. Some very talented skaters from JRDA coming up.
Absolutely. It was a 7-point jam there for Heat there, Beautiful. It was a cut track penalty on Senka Oku, and Oku is out of that box, so we'll have a full strength going on here.
Wyatt getting called on a
illegal contact.
Illegal contact. I almost called it a high block, but he goes through the box. Oku looking at his pivot, thinking about a star pass, I think. Kamiquadz losing another skater. That is Oliver Test to the box for a back block.
We had a star pass at the very end there. Illegal contact again. So this will be a huge penalty troubled moment for Kamiquadz.
Yeah, because Greenbergen and all of that got sent to the box for a directional, I believe.
We're going to get a timeout, stopping the clock at 11 minutes and 20 seconds. This is courtesy of the Heat. Golden State taking their first timeout.
So with the star right now for the Kamiquadz is Eddie Copter sitting over in the penalty box. So we have 2 blockers and their jammer. Heat's taking a moment to get, I guess, their game plan for this big start they're about to have.
I want to give a shout out to our live stream. Strong Athletic is Derby owned and Derby run business, started by Smarty Pants in 2014. I know we mentioned that before. If you want to get some shirts, they have everything for skaters, announcers, officials, and coaches, as well as photographers. Find them online if you're not here at strongathletic.com. Plenty of options for everyone. And I'm really happy that we have Moonshine Co. here. Moonshine shorts are designed, handmade, and operated from single moms out of San Luis Obispo in the central coast of California. And the fabrics are made in the United States. So Moonshine also carries men's shorts in 3 different lengths, in addition to shorts and capris for women and children. And you can make your moonshine with Moonshine shorts at makeyourmoonshine.com and at derbywarehouse.com.
All right, so we just start out the next jam. He fielded Ben jamming because he's been jamming so good today. He does pick up lead. Still waiting for the Kamiquadz blockers and jammer to come out of the box. It's going to be a quick 4 points with an apex jump for the Heat.
This is an interesting setup here for the Kamiquadz. They're taking that 2-wall up at the front. At this point, you're just trying to slow the momentum of the Heat, and they do a good job there. That is number 4, Pula, and number 13, Big Daddy.
All right, now the Kamiquadz got their jammer and their other 2 blockers back onto the track, so we're at full strength here. Doesn't stop Ben jamming from picking up 4 more.
Both teams at full strength. Eddie Carpenter coming in very hot, trying to hit Benjamin out of play. Benjamin just keeps moving.
Big Daddy giving a hit to Benjamin, slowing him down just momentarily.
And the pack starts to enter turn number 3. A little bit of a scramble within this pack. We do have a star pass coming in. Boule does have the star now for Montpellier. .21 jam, the highest jam for the Golden State Heat, and you could probably have seen that, especially if you saw the start of this jam. You had 3 players in the box, one of them a jammer, 2 of them blockers for the Kamiquadz.
Definitely a big opportunity to take a huge bite. All right, so they're fielding, looks like Heat is fielding Worthy and Sharin for the Kamiquadz. And we're off to a start. Worthy going for the inside. And gets lead again for the Heat.
Pack now settling in turn number 1. A bit of a scramble, neither taking that front wall position. And a star stash there by Sharon. And we have a little bit of momentum shifting here as the pack enters turn number 3.
Worthy seeing that move, calling off the jam after picking up 4 points.
Yeah, a very hit it and quit it moment for jam number 15. Heat probably now trying to play a little bit smart. Hit it, quit it, clean.
Now that you're ahead, keep it clean,
yes.
Stay out of the box. Yeah.
And Kamiquadz tried to prevent so much bleeding in the previous 2 jams, but unfortunately with those penalties it's very difficult. But they are still skating very strong on this jam number 16.
So we have Kamiquadz out there for the Heat and Buckla Baston for the Kamiquadz.
Unfortunately, a forearm is called on Hokonokim, so they will lose 1 blocker for the Kamiquadz.
Kamiquadz picking up lead for the Heat.
Pack spreads out into the second straightaway.
We have a second Golden State blocker going to the box. That is number 89, Speed Bryu.
Kamiquadz thinking about calling off, but Buck now in that pack, picking up some points here for the Kamiquadz, puts up 4.
Awesome.
And now the strategy clearly is just playing with the clock there, Beautiful.
Yeah. That's
nice
4
work.
more for the Kamiquadz. 8-point jam for them.
This is the
highest of the
score,
game
yeah.
so far. All right, so that was 11 for the Heat and 8 for the Kamiquadz. Brings our score 93 for the Heat and 12 for the Kamiquadz.
Baston, a very good jammer in that sense, knowing when to pick up the speed. We'll have a full strength going into jam number 16. And definitely want to give a shout out to Roller Derby Elite. They are here in the stands if you want to check out their merch. Roller Derby Elite is the choice of champions, perfect for the championship.
Jamming for the Heat is Worthy, and we have Sangle Oku out there for the Kamiquadz. It is Worthy that picks up... No, he's not lead. I guess it was on the other side of the officials. I could not see the call. But Sangle, noticing that he has lead, calls off the jam immediately.
That's a 4 scoreless jam there for those keeping score at home. And one jammer to watch from the Kamiquadz. Excuse me. We are going to get a official review requested now.
By the Kamiquadz.
Yes.
Out there, that is Mandy Bulls, their coach. Here in the venue, we have Skate Rats. Dreaming of new roller skates? Skate Rats is your skate shop. With over 10 years of expert experience and knowledge of building roller skates and fitting safety gear, Skate Rats will set you up with the gear that is right for you. Visit Skate Rats' beautiful retail store in Loveland, Colorado for great service and the selection that you have been looking for. Log on to skaterats.com for fast free shipping. That's SK8RATZ.com. Free shipping.
Ooh, free shipping.
We like free.
It's a great sponsor. Another good sponsor, derbymerch.com is here as well. They're making merch great again, and that you can visit them on derbymerch.com if you're not here in the venue. Lots of good works, and they have a championship shirt, so long sleeve option as well, which is nice.
Yeah, we don't always have a long sleeve option.
All right.
I did not hear what the referee said.
We will get information to you as soon as that becomes available.
Kamiquadz are looking for
Kamiquadz, we're looking for a game plan. Well, one skater I wanted to mention before, I was excited to see Green Virgin out there doing so much work. Very agile skater. You will see her float in and out, doing a wonderful job. And I think when you're down in points like this, it's nice to see someone keeping the pack together, giving direction, and it is one strong player to watch for the Kamiquadz. Still in official review. It looks like we are wrapping up, and once the ref gives more of that information to the coaches, we'll get you more word. And definitely want to give a time to Death and Glory Skate Shop. deathandgloryskateshop.com is a new quad shop, and they have gear, and you can also have go to their website and bring more fun to Colorado and all of North America. And we're getting word on that official review. Just one moment, the head ref here will let us know. They were looking for a track cut penalty, but they were not retaining it. It was not observed. So Kamiquadz will lose their official review.
But they gain a nice little rest.
Yes.
So
smart. Strategery.
Get some water. Get out there. Get ready. Sharon is ready. He's out there jamming for the Kamiquadz. Worthy out there for the Heat, picking up lead pretty quickly.
Yes, right off the bat. There was a big scramble there in the straightaway.
Sharon almost making it through. Gets hit to the inside by Speed Bryu.
Big Daddy headed to the penalty box. One down for the Kamiquadz.
One heck of a... We've got Big Spoon, Speed Bryu, and Benjamin in a nice little tripod, just making Sharon's life horrible right now.
I saw that right at the end there. Wonderful hit there, courtesy of Pula. And there is a track cut called now on Worthy. So this will go the full 2 minutes. Pula doing nice damage on the inside lane, forcing Worthy out. This is the first jammer penalty then for Golden State.
Speed Bryu giving one last little hit to Sharon on his way out of the pack. That is his initial pass. Now he's through trying to pick up some points.
The pack now in turn number 3. Heat trying to take that front wall, but Pula taking a nice big room and space in lanes 1 and 2. Does accept the star, so it is a star pass on the Kamiquadz side.
It was pretty sneaky there. I think Big Spoon saw it, but it was he saw it too late. Wasn't able to stop the pass.
Yeah, Big Spoon now watching that bridge between the two walls. Pack starts to collapse in turn number 4. Golden State trying to take that front wall. Kamiquadz bridging out, trying to accept Worthy back into play. Virgin, as we were talking about earlier, doing a nice hold.
What a heck of a wall right there. Pulpo was throwing his body into those blockers, and they were taking every bit of it. Pretty tough.
If you're just joining us, you are watching the 2019 MRDA Championships on 5on5media.com. Make sure you follow 5on5 Media on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Plenty of action.
And Twitch.
Yes.
All right, so Buckle Baston out there for Kamiquadz and Beat 'em Malark out there for the Heat.
This is, I think, the second time for Malark jamming, and did not prevail as lead last time. So a little bit of an up for Buck, but Buck trying to get through this hardcore Golden State defense.
Beat 'em Malark taking another stab at the front.
Yeah, Bumper Car and Benjamin just holding down at the jam line. No wiggle room.
Getting some offense. Buck Baston tries to go to the outside. All right, now we have a penalty on Oliver Twist and on Sharon. Losing 2 blockers from Kamiquadz to the box. That gives Beat 'em Malark opportunity to pick up lead.
He's 1 for 2. Announcer Kirsch prevails.
And now we have a track cut on Beat 'em Malark. No. Who got the track cut?
I think it's Speed.
Oh, it is.
You're right.
Okay, he just didn't see the call.
Yes.
Okay. So Beat 'em Malark was lead for a moment.
Wow, that's 2 in a row for Golden State Heat losing their lead jammer position.
They're
Lots of
also
penalty
losing
helping.
Benjamin
Yeah.
to the penalty box. That's their pivot for this jam.
Seeing a lot of momentum coming here from the Kamiquadz.
A lot of aggression going on out there in turn 2.
Yeah, nice opening there, courtesy of number 5-4-5-2. That's Maniac Tattoo.
Oliver Twist back out on there, also making some big hits on Speed Brayo and Bumper Car.
And a huge split defense here now for the Heat. They're in a similar position that we've seen Kamiquadz in. We're going to have forearm called on Beat 'em.
That is the jammer.
Malark, yes.
Back to the second time to the penalty box in this jam as it ends.
Yes, that is. So we'll have a first power start for Kamiquadz. Coach, they're getting a little bit more information from the referee. No points awarded in that last jam. That's a hard-fought...
Nothing.
Yeah.
So Sangle Oku out there for the Kamiquadz, picking up lead very quickly. Much needed lead for the Kamiquadz.
Yes.
Plummer is, for the Golden State Heat blocker, is out of the box and back onto the track.
Pula looking to set up a screen there as the pack enters the second straightaway. Kamiquadz taking that front wall now as the pack enters turn number 3. 4 points on the board for Montpellier. Nice dip there from Sangla Aku. Very good job. Still maintaining that speed. Trying to play it very cautiously. You don't want another jammer penalty.
Right.
Very nice and clean. I believe the Heat did pick up points on that last pass.
3 points for the Heat.
7 for the Kamiquadz. So this is the first time they've outscored the Heat this entire first half. So yeah, that was quite a first half. Now, even though the score is telling you, wow, the Heat is really bringing it, what it's not showing you is how aggressive these hits are on this track. The Heat 111, Kamiquadz 23. We are at the halftime. So much to download. It's nice seeing the Kamiquadz here. So we're going to process this information and get back to you at the half. So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to have the conclusion of Golden State Heat and the Kamiquadz here in about 10 minutes.
All right, we'll see you then.
Are you dreaming of new roller skates? With over 10 years experience and knowledge, Skate Rat's Skate Shop will set you up with the safety gear and roller skates that are right for you. Visit Skate Rats in Loveland, Colorado for the selection you've been looking for and great customer service. Log on to skaterats.com for free fast shipping. Use discount code 5on5 for 10% off.
If you're looking for a reliable paint company that will do the job right the first time, then it's time to call 360 Painting of Arvada. Our #1 goal is to make sure we make your vision into reality, and we guarantee 100% satisfaction. We offer a wide variety of colors and textures that meet the needs of each room for every client, all for an affordable rate. With years of experience, our employees are well trained in the correct and professional methods, so there will be no hassle or headaches. Whether you're looking to just paint a couple rooms or you're looking to remodel your home, no job is too big or small for 360 Painting of Arvada to handle. For more information on our services, call us today or visit us online and let us help you turn your vision into a vibrant reality.
We're back.
Yeah, welcome back to the 2019 MRDA Championships here in Denver. We have some halftime stats. You were watching the Golden State Heat against the Montpellier Kamiquadz. What an exciting first half.
Yes.
The score, if you're looking at it, is the Heat 111, the Kamiquadz 23, but that does not really indicate 100% of what we're seeing here. The Kamiquadz are showing up to play. And
definitely. Well, they have a shorter roster.
They do.
They traveled all the way from France.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
I mean,
we're a mile high up. I don't know if they have that in France.
Well, we have American refs. There's just so many factors that go into it, and it's definitely not something that we're trying to, excuse for score. Because I think the biggest thing, if you wanted to just talk about gameplay only, I would say the penalties. The penalties is the story of the Kamiquadz. They are really picking up these penalties, and it's really, Golden State will capitalize on. And specifically in Jam 14, 21 points was picked up by Benjamin. So, I mean, I think actually that was our highest scoring jam. But overall, if you're looking at jammers and their point score, Worthy's picked up 49 of Golden State's points. Benjamin 31 total. Malark at the very end there got 3, and Kamiquadz 28. And then Benjamin doing dual wield with the
blocking. Some amazing blocking.
Yeah, but also on the Kamiquadz side as well. I mean, we're seeing Aku out there all the time. They're just doing so much more work than what I would have seen because you have very dedicated people that are either jammers, and then there's the pivot, and then there's blockers. Kamiquadz are just spreading the love everywhere. They're really doing a hardcore job here. They're like, hey, we're going to go to Denver. We're going to show you what's up. Mm-hmm. And they're doing a great job doing it.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so with about 10 seconds left in halftime, we're about to come into our second half here. I don't know. I think we're going to see a lot more points coming out of the Kamiquadz now that they've gotten used to the refs, which is a big part of every game.
And, it's a good note for traveling. When you see how the ref crews are starting to call things, maybe bring that into the locker room. Hey, this is what we're seeing. Mm-hmm. Golden State Heat trying to get pumped up for the second half, starting to pound noises into the
kicking walls and yelling.
This is set up like a real
things that
hockey
pump
rink.
you up.
Yeah. Kamiquadz are looking like they have a good spirit going into the second half. Mm-hmm. Very exciting. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for tuning in. You are watching the 2019 MRDA Championships on the 5on5media.com. The Golden State Heat will be in this nice dark maroon and navy colored jersey, and the Kamiquadz will be in this luminous red.
Absolutely. So jamming for the Kamiquadz is Sangle Oku and Kamikanji out there for the Heat. We do have Ben Jammin. He was blocking for the Heat. He is headed to the penalty box right off the bat. Sangle getting hit to the outside again. Another block or penalty. Looks like a forearm for Speed Brayu.
Yeah, Sangle Oku taking off the star, stashing it just for a moment. Now there is a rush to gain control of the front wall, and Kamiquadz doing an excellent job doing that, forcing the recall, and Golden State Heat's going to shut it down.
And we have 3 points picked up by, I think that's the Heat, Jamreth. I was waiting for it to hit the board so I wouldn't be a liar. All right.
Good call.
So 3 points for the Heat, bringing it to 114 for the Heat and 23 for the Kamiquadz. This is just the beginning of the second half. We have Buck Le Baston out there for the Kamiquadz and Worthy out there for the Heat.
It's an interesting call-off. I know it was the first jam. However, Golden State has 2 blockers in the penalty box, and they did have the momentum as far as the jam was concerned. So, nonetheless, we're going into jam number 2, Buck and Worthy on that jam line. Wonderful defense here, courtesy of Big Daddy and Hokunukin.
And it is Buck Le Baston that picks up lead. Worthy is out of the pack also. Buck with the apex jump. That is, yes, it is complete. He gets 4 points for the Kamiquadz and calls it off. Very smart.
Very
smart jamming.
And a very strong jam, too. This is Golden State's game plan that they're using, shutting out the Heat.
I had a feeling after they had a little breather, they were going to bring it to the Heat a little harder. All right, so we have Kamikanji out there for the Heat, and for the Kamiquadz is Sangle Oku.
Both teams at full strength as we head into jam number 3. Pack starting to scramble in the straightaway, starting to approach turn number 1.
And it's real close. Oh, lead has gone to the Heat, Kamikanji, but it's Sangle Oku that is about to start scoring. Yeah, until he called it off. Okay. So there was some hits going on between the jammers there. And I think that's why Sangle got ahead.
Yeah, a nice jammer versus jammer blocking scheme.
Everybody loves it. The crowd loves it. Everybody loves jamming on jammer. Now, I think this is the first time we're going to see Plummer jamming for the Heat.
I believe you're right.
And then we have Buck Le Baston up there for the Kamiquadz.
The Heat with a considerable lead, trying to maybe give some breathing room to their jammer rotation. Yes. Oh, and it does not pay off. A forearm penalty on Plummer.
Right off the bat. All right, so Buck Le Baston looking to take the lead. He goes up on the inside. Oh, he gets pushed in. I think that was Speed Brayu that pushed him out.
Yeah. Pack starts to pick up a little bit of speed heading into turn number 3, and the pack is very thin in the second straightaway.
Another big push to the outside. That was, I believe that was Ben Jammin that hit him that time. You're on the other side of the track, but I can sort of see.
Strong 2-wall here, courtesy of 89 Speed Brayu.
And I want to note that we have Wyatt out there blocking, who has been consistently jamming in the first half, and now he's out there blocking.
Yeah, Plummer spraying a leak from that penalty box and is out and about. This is the initial pass. Nice work there, that 2-wall waterfall into Hokunukim forearm penalty on Big Daddy. One in the box for the Kamiquadz. The star pass.
Yes, a star pass to, that is Sharon.
Interesting. It's an interesting choice. And a track cut penalty on Plummer. Got clogged up again in that second pass.
Such a letdown. You think you're out there and you're doing good, and nope, gotta go to the box.
Now, if Wyatt looks familiar, it's because he's formerly of the New York Stock Exchange and former Gotham All-Star manager. So, very big repertoire there.
And I think that's where I got the idea of jamming, because he hasn't been jamming this game.
Thank you again to Bobby Narco, our producer.
Keeping us on the stats, keeping us clear.
And I don't believe that we've properly introduced ourselves the second half. I'm Chloroform Cupcake, and I am joined by Bruderful Monster. Thank you so much for having us. You are watching the 2019 MRDA Championships on 5on5 Media. Wow, back-to-back scorelessness here. Oh, 2 on the board for the Heat. The Heat looks like the bench is getting fired up.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out who to put out there. All right, so we have a power start for the Kamiquadz. They put out Sangle Oku. Plummer is out of the box, though, but not before lead was picked up by Kamiquadz. Scotty Trippin from the Heat headed to the penalty box, which does help out the Kamiquadz because they still have 2 blockers in the box right now.
Oh, yikes. Well, Sango Oku is the lead jammer, but, coming off that strong push there out of the pack, was holding his hamstring, so possible injury, and he does call off after putting up 4 points. He is calling for a medic to get some bandages and hopefully nothing too serious.
All right, that was a 4-point jam for the Kamiquadz. Much needed 4 points. Bringing our score 116 for the Heat and 31 for the Kamiquadz. We still got about 23 and a half minutes left in the second half of this bout.
One of our sponsors we would like to take a hello to. 360 Painting of Arvada is your solution for all your painting needs. They do both the interior and exterior painting as well as staining fences and decks. So if you are in the area and you do need a sponsor or you do need a painter, please call 360 Painting of Arvada today.
And while we're still in the team timeout for the Kamiquadz, I'd like to mention Death and Glory Skate Shop. DeathAndGlorySkate.com is a new quad shop and gear website bringing more fun to Colorado and all of North America. Death and Glory have years of boot fitting experience and offer fun, relational experience every time. Check them out at DeathAndGlorySkate.com.
Wow, it was an 8-5 run in this half by the Kamiquadz. I think they were listening to our broadcast.
Yes.
Clearly, because we have all of the, strategery going on.
Thanks to Bobby Narco.
Yeah. Wonderful job there showcasing Kamiquadz. The score 116-31. And we have our first time out of the half. That was 23-34 on the game clock. Kamiquadz are utilizing a timeout, so they will only have one left as well as an official review. The Golden State Heat have 2 timeouts available to them as well as an official review. And there are 2 blockers in that penalty box, so both teams will start as a 4v4.
All right, there's the 5-second call. We have Buckle Baston out there for the Kamiquadz and Worthy out there for the Heat. Worthy picking up a penalty.
The back block right off the bat.
Shaking his head. Headed to the box.
Well, that's going to continue this run here for the Kamiquadz. This is the first consecutive lead this game for the Kamiquadz. So 2 in a row. Buck now on a scoring run. Worthy still in that box. Oh, and just like that, we are going to have a jammer penalty here. It is a track cut on Buckle Baston, and we're going to have a switcheroo. And now Worthy will enter the game. We are at a 2-minute jam. Worthy is still on the initial pass.
The Kamiquadz stretching out the pack, trying to get Worthy started as far back as possible. And he does get through. I believe that is his initial pass.
It's nice work by Etikopter at the back of the pack to slow down Worthy just a smidge.
Ooh, and he snuck by on the outside right there. picking up 4 points for the Heat.
That pack starting to pick up a little bit of momentum in turn number 3.
And with 3 turns, I think, spin arounds, Worthy picks up 4 more points for the Heat.
Oh, skating on one skate, Worthy is knocked out of bounds. Multiple players. We're rewinding
like
this track.
everybody took a shove to the inside.
So everybody's recycling behind turn number 2. Again, nice work by Edgecopter.
Helicopter doing the recycle on Worthy there.
Golden State taking that front wall.
Helicopter back into the front of the pack. He was in the back, now he's in front, and he's in the front. And he hit Worthy, but it does not push him out this time, and he picks up 4 more points for the Heat.
We do have a star pass on the Kamiquadz side. It's Popol is the jammer of record, but the jam does come to its natural conclusion. Kamiquadz picking up 3 points. Golden State Heat picks up 12. And we're at 128-34 in favor of the Heat.
Still 21 minutes, a little over 21 minutes left in this second half. Out there, I think jamming for the first time for the Heat is Waterboy, if I'm not mistaken. And we have Sharon out there for the Kamiquadz.
And that's a smart play. You want to reserve your jammer rotation a little bit. You've got another game coming up very soon. Both teams have increased their score by at least 10% in that very last jam. So stats making their way into this broadcast.
Waterboy picking up lead for the Heat. It being his first time jamming and first time as lead, he's 100% lead.
It's a nice stat to have.
Yeah, picks up 4 points for the Heat.
And I think that the elevation fatigue is starting to set in for the Kamiquadz. I do see a couple of players, holding their chest plates, trying to stay together. It is very difficult. They are looking a little bit fatigued here.
Waterboy taking a big skill to the inside. One hand did go out of bounds, but it was only one, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, they do pick up. Sharon does pick up a low block, so it's a power jam situation now for the Heat. Waterboy waterfalling through this pack here. It is an illegal contact there on number 42.
Both teams losing a blocker to the box, so we're going to start out power jam for the Heat. And they're only down 1 blocker.
What's coming up after this game?
Next up is Southern Discomfort versus the Texas Outlaws. Should be a real good game.
That's going to be an interesting one for sure. Make sure you stick around. You are watching the 2019 MRDA Championships on 5-on-5 Media. Plenty of more action to come. Continuing with the Heat versus the Kamiquadz, we are going to get a penalty right off the bat, and a back block was originally given to Kamiquadz, but it is reversed, called reversed. Kamiquadz back in play.
Sharon also back on the track out of the penalty box. And it is Kamiquadz that picks up lead for the Heat.
Kamiquadz with huge strides, and just when he heard that reversal of that penalty, was like, okay, I'm turning it on. The switch was immediately on and picked up lead, and now already is on the scoring run. Right now, Brutal, it looks like the pack is in between turns 2 and second straightaway. It's starting to congeal there. Slowly, he is starting to encroach on that second straightaway.
Yeah. And with the duck, he gets pushed out to the outside. Kamiquadz.
One more to beat up at that front wall.
And accepting that star pass was Bad Periods. Kamiquadz, after getting another 4 points, falls off the jam. Only one Kamiquadz blocker in the box. That's number 42, Dalikimos.
A 12-point jam for the Heat. And the score now is 150-34. Golden State maintaining that lead. We are 17 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this conclusion of the second game of the day.
And that's the start of the next jam. We have Buckle Baston out there for the Kamiquadz and Speed Bryu for the Heat. And he sped Bry the pack and picked up lead immediately.
And that was on the inside lane, too. That wasn't even an apex that you usually see that kind of jumping. A wonderful job there by Speed Brayu. Buck Le Baston passing the star now to Pupul. We're going to get a track cut penalty now on Speed Brayu. So this will go the full 2 minutes, and the Kamiquadz have an advantage.
Definitely, because the heat blocker Vic is also in the box. So they're down a blocker and a jammer. Pulpul, or also called Puli, out there trying to pick up some points for the Kamiquadz. Coming through on the inside. That's 4.
Now Pula putting up that 4 points, and it looks like we had the Kamiquadz setting up a nice tripod in the front wall, and we're going to have Virgin setting up that goat in the back wall to slow down and give a little bit of offensive maneuver going into that Heat's defense in the back wall at turn number 3.
All right, that is 4 more for the Kamiquadz. Speed Brayu does get through the pack, but picks up a penalty, a high block. So, good news for the Kamiquadz.
Allons-y, Kamiquadz. That means
That's
let's
French
go.
for let's go.
Yes.
If you don't speak French like me.
It's Bobby Narco. He makes us sound like we've taken a course.
Allons-y! Right? Did I say it right?
Allons-y.
Allons-y.
4 on the board, and Pula starting to creep on that highest scoring jam for the Kamiquadz.
That is 12 so far.
Pack starting to make a little bit of maneuver into turn 3.
Scotty tripping, really giving Pulu a hard time, but he gets through. That's 4 more. 16-point jam for the Kamiquadz, bringing it to 50. The Heat is at 153. We got 15:25 left in the second half of this game.
16-point jam for the Kamiquadz. Highest scoring jam in their favor. Nice run. They will also have this power start because they do have still number 18 Speed Brayu in that penalty box. So Sharon will be unimposed. A nice scramble work by the Kamiquadz. They're really feeling the momentum now here.
Reaching around on turn 2, it is lead for Sharon.
Definitely did not get drained by the plumber there in the second. Straightaway is on the scoring run for the Kamiquadz.
Sharing up a pretty big wall here. We've got Wyatt and Big Spoon and Plumber. And Bumper Car.
Plumber did go out of bounds and
very slightly stepped out.
Yep.
He certainly didn't think so.
Forearm is being called on 063 Bumper Car. Pack advantage now for the Kamiquadz.
And with a nice hop around Wyatt there, Sharon is moving towards the front of the pack again.
Great job for the Kamiquadz in this jam.
Right at the end of that, Speed Brayu was let out of the box, so there will be back to full, well, not full strength because the Heat still has 1 blocker in the box. And I believe that's Bumper Car sitting there.
Now we're down to a 99-point lead for the Heat. Still 13:45 on that game clock.
Worthy out there jamming for the Heat, and Buck Le Baston out there for the Kamiquadz. Worthy taking a barreling shoot and picks up lead. There is a cut track call. I believe that's on Kamiquadz blocker Manic Tattoo. Maniac Tattoo, not Manic Tattoo. Maniac.
Buck Le Baston on a scoring right, wide open spaces. The Heat
They forgot about him.
Yeah, they opened up that Golden Gate Bridge. Was like, bye. Should be Golden State Bridge, right?
State Bridge.
Golden Skate Bridge. Wonderful jam on both sides. They're really trying to finish this game strong. An 8-4 jam in favor of the Heat. 161-58. Just under 13 minutes remaining. We're going to see Sharon and looks like number 9. That will be Kamiquadz for Golden State. 1 player down for the Kamiquadz, so pack advantage Golden State.
Sharon getting pushed to the outside and recycled back by Waterboy. Hokuto no Kim also was recycled back, but he's going to give some offense for Sharon.
Yeah, nice.
It does get him
offense.
to the front of the pack, and he is through.
Got two headed to. Three. Lots of players headed to the penalty box. Studley Do-Right is going to join 102.
That's Vic.
That's Vic, 1172. And then Bad Period
That's Bad
also.
Period, yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit of a pack advantage there for the Kamiquadz going into jam number 13. There was a 4-point jam in favor of the Heat.
Looks like they're going to field Worthy again for the Heat and Buckle Baston up there for the Kamiquadz. With two Golden State Heat blockers in the box, definitely at an advantage here for the Kamiquadz.
Nice maneuver. It was almost like a French dip on the outside lane there for a Worthy. Does a nice job picking up that lead jammer position. And Buckley Baston not too far behind. Pack is settling in that second straightaway there. Beautiful.
Yep, and they are 4 points higher now for the Heat. Buck coming through, almost picking up 4 points. Oh, yeah. Speed Brayu did step out of bounds, so that is a pass for the Kamiquadz. So it's 4 and 4 so far on the jam. Called off. Worthy calls it off. He picked up 3 more, so that's 7 to 4 in favor of the Heat.
Wow, that was a very fast jam. One is in the box for the Kamiquadz, so they will have a pack advantage for the Heat going into jam 14.
Out there for the Heat, we have Ben jamming. He hasn't been jamming for a few jams.
No.
But Sharon's out there for the Kamiquadz. There's a timeout
from the officials, just getting some paperwork discussed. Want to take this opportunity to give a shout out to 187 Killer Pads. 187 Killer Pads designed, tested, and trusted by top pros since 1999.
Also, I want to mention Sisu. Sisu, talk, breathe, drink, more protection, less mouth guard. Sisu mouth guards allow you to talk, breathe, and drink. Pick from 14 colors and 5 styles. Definitely the mouth guard I like to use.
I see you, Sisu.
I see you, Sisu. I just want to say today's broadcast is brought to you by 5 on 5 Media. They are dedicated to flat track derby. They offer practical advice to skaters to help with their business and their skills, as well as keep them up to date with what's happening in the derby world. Each quarterly issue covers topics such as business, health and fitness, games and coaching, rookie help, gear, international derby, and more. Pick up your digital or print subscription today to gain access to over a decade of archived issues and recent broadcasts. Gift subscriptions are also available for that special derby someone in your life. Check it out at 5on5media.com.
Now, Maniac Tattoo is headed back to the penalty box, where he'll be joined by Worthy. There was a little bit of discussion at the end of that jam. Since he is standing, I think he might have missed a couple of seconds on his last penalty. So we're going to have that start this jam here.
Gotta wait for him to let you go. You're going to get in trouble. Yes. All right, so Sharon out there jamming for the Kamiquadz. Worthy still in the box. I believe that'll be a full 30-second penalty for Worthy.
Yes. Pack now hanging out in the second straightaway. The Heat is in front, taking that nice long wall across the track, and Sharon is just having a little bit of trouble breaking apart. Nice offensive maneuver there by Bad Periods.
Sharon up against Big Spoon and Plummer, trying to take to the outside. Bumper car had to fall off for bridging.
It's an advantage being next to your bench when they tell you, hey.
Worthy came out of the box, back onto the track, picked up a penalty. Was it a forearm?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was a forearm, and he's back to the box again.
Wow.
Giving Sharon even another 30 seconds.
Well, Sharon has to get the lead jammer position first. We definitely want to take advantage of this almost full minute of jammer penalty for Kamiquadz, for the Heat. But the Heat are definitely turning on that defensive wall.
Mm-hmm. Sharon looking very winded as it gets pushed to the outside again.
Well, yeah, between Big Spoon and Plummer, there's so much damage is being done to that clock. And a nice penalty kill also with Wyatt. That's a really strong wall for Golden State.
Oh, yes, definitely. So we got Bumper Car and Wyatt up against Sharon right now. They're being braced by Big Spoon and Plummer, so Yeah, that's exactly why he's so fatigued.
Yeah, that will be an illegal contact play there by Pula, and so we'll have one down for Kamiquadz. And we got another multiplayer penalty now on
Bad period.
Bad period. So pack advantage for the Heat.
Still no lead. And the jam is almost over.
Wow. No lead declared. Double zeros. I think that's the first time I've seen that happen. This high-level play.
Absolutely fantastic work done by the blockers.
Yeah, double zeros. That keeps the score 171 to 62 in favor of the Heat. We are under the 10-minute mark. We're at 8 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. We are getting an official review requested by the Kamiquadz.
Just want to talk about 888 for a second here. The certified sweat saver from 888 NYC. Fully certified, but with a better fit. Try it for yourself.
One of our vendors here at this awesome championship weekend is Skate Rats. If you're dreaming of new roller skates, Skate Rats is your skate shop with over 10 years of expert experience and knowledge of building roller skates and fitting safety gear. Skate Rats will set you up with the gear that's right for you. Make sure you visit them here. They have a beautiful retail store here in Loveland, Colorado. Great service and selection. They also have fast free shipping. When it says free shipping, you're like, okay,
Yeah,
let me take a look, Ski. You can see them on skaterats.com. That's spelled SK, the number 8, and then rats, RATZ.com. And we will get more information from MC once it becomes available. McNinja. It's McNinja and Ninja Sassum in one crew. Very cool. And you are watching the 2019 MRDA Championships on 5on5 Media. 5on5 Media has been here all weekend doing an amazing job. I know it's only day one, but just being set up and ready to go and having all these cool screens and like all this good gear and fantastic equipment, traveling with all that will be bananas. So thank you for providing all these fun things for us, 5on5. All right, we're going to give it on down to McNinja in just a moment here. Buckley Baston and Kamiquadz lining up on that jam line, shaking hands, doing awesome. Yeah, so they were looking for a leaping contact on the jammer in the previous jam that was not observed, and so therefore the Kamiquadz will not retain their official review. So they only have a timeout left for this remaining 8 minutes, 23 seconds.
Even though they didn't get to keep their review, they did get to keep the rest that they got in between those jams. Kamiquadz jumping through on the inside, picking up lead for the Heat very quickly. Buckley Basson out there for the Kamiquadz. He comes through on the inside of turn 1.
Yeah, Kamiquadz, prior to this jam, his number is 9. He was 9 for 9 jams in favor of lead, and now that was his 10th for 10th lead jammer stat, so 100% jammer status, lead jammer status. Fantastic work. Calls off the jam very quickly after putting up 4. Getting some words from the bench staff. Coaches are like, maybe you can let that run a little bit longer, but that's okay.
Looks like Haruto no Kim out there for the Kamiquadz. I think this is his first time jamming. Bumper Car out there jamming for the Heat. Also his first time jamming this game? Yes. So 2 first-time jammers. I mean, in the game, not ever. And it is Bumper Car that picks up lead for the Heat.
Nice offensive maneuver there by Oliver Fist in the lane 1. And it is a scramble. Both these teams just duking it out for positional dominance as the pack comes behind the jam line into turn 4.
Bumper Car was doing some heavy hitting, trying to get through the front of the pack, but he did get pushed out. That was Sharon that pushed him to the outside.
Well, that'll raise the heat.
We are losing blocker Plummer from Golden State to the box. Another penalty being called. That is a Kamiquadz blocker. Naruto no Kim.
Again, they did have a star pass.
It's okay. It is on the ground outside of the track at turn 1.
Yeah,
so I think he was
illegal.
trying to pass it, and then he dropped it, so he's got to go back and get it.
And the back wall is maintained by the Heat. Kamiquadz trying to bridge out in that front wall to hold back Bumper Car. They will lose Sharon to the box for a forearm. Pack advantage continues for the Heat.
Plummer's out of the box, so that's 4 blockers. Bumper Car's out, gliding through. Almost looked like he was going to glide right through that front wall, but no. The Kamiquadz said,
That's 2 penalties. They did get a misconduct call, so that'll be a full minute. Bumper Car allowing that jam to come to its natural conclusion.
That was a 7-point jam for the Heat. The Kamiquadz unfortunately didn't pick up any. Our score is 182 Heat and 62 for the Kamiquadz. Just a little over 5 minutes left in this game. We have 1 Kamiquadz blocker in the box. Worthy out there jamming for the Heat. Buckle Baston out there for the Kamiquadz. Worthy making quick work of the pack and picking up lead. Also, a penalty being called on a Kamiquadz blocker, Big Daddy. Oh, Worthy picking up a penalty also.
Oh, Big Daddy thought it was a penalty on him, but actually it was on Worthy. So this will go the full 2 minutes, as lead was originally declared. Nice star stash by Buckley Baston. And now on a scoring run.
All right, things are looking up for the Kamiquadz here. Vic and Creepy Taco at the back of the pack.
Can't take that name seriously.
I'm sorry. All right. Buck trying to come through on the inside. He does get pushed out by Creepy Taco.
Looks like it's a little bit of a dry heat now for Golden State, as Kamiquadz are really working on this penalty kill.
And this time the penalty really was for Big Daddy. He had to go to the penalty box. Not sure of the call, but this time it was definitely for him and not the jammer. All right, Buck LeBaston through the pack, picking up 4 for the Kamiquadz.
And that will be his foul out. He just reached 7 penalties, so we will not see Big Daddy for the remainder of the game. So they'll have to go this whole next 30 seconds or so down a skater for the Kamiquadz.
Helicopter Shireen and Bad Period giving Worthy a very hard time at the back of the pack there. Finally he gets through after a long battle, picks up 4 points for the Heat.
Pack is simmering down in turn number 3. Baston trying to turn it up a little bit.
Worthy up against Sharon at the front of the pack. Sharon does make a move to push him to the inside. Doesn't quite work out. That's 4 more points for the Heat. That was an 8-8 jam. 8-7 jam. Kamiquadz at 69. The Heat at 190. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the game.
Helicopter, wonderful work there at the end. Just a hardcore hitter, but also very athletic and kind of maintaining that waterfall effect for the defense. So very, very gassed at the end there, and rightfully so.
Out for the Heat is Kamikanji, and we have Pulpul out there for the Kamiquadz. Kamikanji getting recycled back by Oliver Fist.
Nice tracking awareness there by Oliver Fist, watching that inside lane. Kamikanji is your lead jammer. And Pack is in the second straight away.
Big Spoon hitting Pulpul just barely enough to knock him down. And he does get recycled to the back of the pack. He's got the star in his hands. Looks like he's intending to pass it to Oliver Fist. Big spoons all over that, though. Some great defensive blocking there. Pool jets past everybody on the outside, but does get tipped off. Recycled again to the back. Meanwhile, Kamiquadz hitting the front of the pack. Gets pushed in by Green Virgin, who picks up a penalty, is headed to the penalty box.
There's an illegal contact.
Illegal contact.
Now everybody's just getting penalties. MC Ninja is telling Big Spoon to go to the box as well.
And the jam is called with 2 Kamiquadz blockers and 1 Heat blocker in the box. That was a 16-point jam for the Heat.
I mean, if you can't stand the Heat, go to the penalty box. It seems like what's going on here. But either way, like, this looks very exhausting. And, you know, we were mentioning Kamiquadz had not only a smaller bench,
but they do have a timeout call right now.
So they do need the break.
Yeah.
But they do have a smaller bench, but also they're picking up more penalties. They're playing as hard as they can, and it is just... I feel like I've worked out just watching them. So, I mean, I feel like I've got my workout in for the day.
Heck of a game.
Heck of a game. If you're just tuning in, thank you for joining us. You are watching the 2019 MRDA Championships on 5on5 Media. I'm Chloroform Cupcake, joined by Beautiful Monster, and we also have Bobby Narco making us sound super smart.
Yes.
That guy.
There's no way we could do these stats and watch the game.
Right. So thank you for tuning in. We have some more stats. Worthy is jammed 15 times out of a total of 39 jams, if you can believe that. So look to the Golden State Heat for opening up a camp for endurance.
So it does look like the winner of this bout is going to be playing Magic City tonight at 7 p.m.
Your reward for fighting so hard is playing Magic
again
City.
Today
Yes.
against one of the best teams around. So
very, very physical team. So congratulations. Here's your reward.
And the Kamiquadz will be playing tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. up against Austin Anarchy.
I'm really looking forward to that one. That one should be very fun.
Great teams. I love watching all of them.
Yes.
All right, so we have Waterboy out there jamming for the Heat and Sharon out there for the Kamiquadz. Waterboy taking a big hit to the outside. However, Eddie Copter fell out also, so he does get to continue on. Speed Bryu doing a recycle for Sharon.
Lead was not declared on Waterboy. So that's an interesting how this will play out. We are only going to be in jam time now. If Sharon comes through and gets lead jammer position, Sharon could call the jam at any time.
So Bad Periods is in the box, bringing it down to a 3-4 damage for the Heat. Sharon really has a hell of a wall up against. That's that same combo that we've been seeing is Benjamin, Big Spoon, Plumber.
Yeah, and looking exhausted is the Waterboy. Someone get him some water. He's a water
There's
boy.
no one to give him the water because he's the water boy. All right, looks like we have a back.
Lead is finally declared after a minute 28 is gone from the clock.
Bad Periods got out of the box, but got a penalty as soon as he got back on the track. I believe it was a back block penalty and is back into the box.
He
got
how to use
excited.
the pads.
He just came in too hot.
Yeah. Jam comes to the natural conclusion. Oh my goodness, what a physical game, especially at those last few jams. 4 more points were picked up on the previous pass for the Heat. Kamiquadz held scoreless in that jam. We have the unofficial score for right now, a 12-0 jam. And we're coming to the conclusion here. It was a fantastic game. Thank you for sticking around and watching 5on5 Media for the Golden State Heat taking on the Kamiquadz from Montpellier.
If you're watching the stream, don't forget, next up is Southern Discomfort versus the Texas Outlaws. That should be a great game. So get yourself a drink, have yourself a break, come back and watch that next game.
All right, Golden State Heat 218, Kamiquadz 69 final. Join us as we come up for our next game in just about a half hour.
All right. It's Beautiful Monster.
Cakes.
And we'll see y'all next time. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Are you dreaming of new roller skates? With over 10 years experience and knowledge, Skate Rat Skate Shop will set you up with the safety gear and roller skates that are right for you. Visit Skate Rats in Loveland, Colorado for the selection you've been looking for and great customer service. Log on to skaterats.com for free fast shipping. Use discount code 5on5 for 10% off.
If you're looking for a reliable paint company that will do the job right the first time, then it's time to call 360 Painting of Arvada. Our #1 goal is to make sure we make your vision into reality, and we guarantee 100% satisfaction. We offer a wide variety of colors and textures that meet the needs of each room for every client, all for an affordable rate. With years of experience, our employees are well trained in the correct and professional methods, so there will be no hassle or headaches. Whether you're looking to just paint a couple rooms or you're looking to remodel your home, no job is too big or small for 360 Painting of Arvada to handle. For more information on our services, call us today or visit us online and let us help you turn your vision into a vibrant reality.